Hello everyone, I hope you all are enjoying the video lectures on the quantitative aptitudes. So today we shall discuss the concept of sorts and indices. So in the previous video lecture I have already told you what is meant by sorts and what are the various laws of sorts and indices. Now today we shall discuss the methods or the short tricks to solve the problems based on the sorts, right? So here we will see what are the standard formulas to evaluate the problems on sorts. So let us begin with the first problem, right? So suppose we have the problems of the form, say square root of 20 plus again square root of 20 plus square root of 20 and so on, right, up to infinity. So it is asked to find out the value of this, right? The question may be asked to simplify, to evaluate, or certain choices will be given, right? So now I am not going into that. I'll just tell you how to get the correct answer for this, right? So that you can, if it is a multiple choice question, you can identify this. If it is a evaluation part, then you should be able to write the answer. Okay. So see here. So what we are finding, under root of 20 plus under root of 20 again plus up to infinity. So I will tell you two ways to evaluate this. The first one is the easiest way. Now, what is the first one? See here, the number is, the base over here is nothing but 20, right? Every time we are asked to find out the square root of 20 plus square root of 20 like this, right? And here we are observing in between the plus sign, okay? So what we do here, we will express this in the product of two numbers whose difference is 1. Is it possible to write 20 as a product of two numbers? So yes, the product of two numbers is nothing but 4 into 5, right? So I can write 20 as 4 into 5, and again I can see that here the difference between these two numbers is nothing but 1, right? So always write this number in the form of product of the two number whose difference is 1, right? So here it is possible. Then, so if suppose here we find plus sign, right? Then look for the sign in between. So what we have? If we have a plus sign, then the answer is nothing but the greatest of these two numbers. So what should be answer for this? So answer for this must be 5. Okay. So like this we can get directly by a general observation that if we have a product, we can express this as a product of two numbers whose difference is 1, then the answer is nothing but the largest number or the biggest number if we observe plus sign over here, right? Now if suppose here in place of sign we have -1, right? So say for example, if same question is, it is under root of 20 minus under root of 20, then again minus under root of 20 up to infinity, right? So in this case answer will be, so again we can write this 20 as 4 into 5, and as we have minus sign over here, that's why answer will be nothing but the smallest of these two. What is the smallest of these two? That is nothing but 4. So how easily we can find out the square root of such type of questions? Easily, right? By making use of these small tricks. Okay. Now the next one, suppose if it is not possible, the next possibility, suppose if it is not possible to write this number in the form of product of two numbers whose difference is 1, right? So what to do in that case? So let I take one example. Suppose we have to find cube root of 3, square root of 3 plus again square root of 3 plus square root of 3 and so on up to infinity, right? So what we can find here, I cannot write x3 as a product of two numbers, right? Product of two numbers whose difference is 1. Okay, so it is not possible to apply the earlier case. In this case what we do, so we will just make use of formula. What is the formula? Formula is under root of 1 plus 4a, and as we find 1 over here, right? So we will write plus 1 upon 2a, 2. Right? So if we have plus sign, we will write plus under root of 1 plus 4a, this complete term divided by 2. Now what is a over here? So a is nothing but this base number, right? So that is 3 over here. So let us see quickly what will be the answer of this. So 4 is here, a is nothing but 3. So we will find 1 plus 4 into 3, and then plus sign is there. So we write plus 1 upon 2. So what it comes out to be? So it comes out to be under root of 13 plus 1 upon 2. Right? So this will be the answer for this. That is under root of 13 plus 1 upon 2. Just make use of this formula. Remember, a is nothing but this base number, right? If suppose I have 7, I'll write a as 7. Accordingly, we'll get the answer, right? Now, what will happen if we have here minus sign, right? If we have minus sign over here, then also what we will do, only one slight change. In place of this 1, we will have minus 1. Plus as, right, we will write minus sign. If we have minus sign over here, so what it will be? So it is, what will be the answer? So it will be nothing but like this, right? Under root of 13 minus 1 by 2. Now, remember, this formula is also effective. The formula which I have told you, right? In case of plus, we'll write plus sign, and in case of middle term as a minus, we'll write minus sign, right? This formula is also effective for this earlier examples also, right? You can put a as 20 over here, and you can see as we have plus sign, so we'll write plus sign, and you can check whether we get the answer as 5 or not. But as compared to this formula evaluation, this is better one, right? Because we have the short trick, so we should apply this, right? Because it is possible to write this in the form of product, okay? So like this we have the square root evaluation. Now the next one is, next possibility will also be there. What will be the next possibility? So here we have considered the two cases. Now what will be the next type of case? So the next type of case is that we have here under root of 20, under root of 20 into under root of 20 up to infinity, right? So what we are finding here, that we are having the terms up to infinity and they are in product, right? Under root of 20 into again under root of 20. So in this case, as we have infinite terms, right, and which are in product, okay, and within the under root sign, so that's why in this case the answer will be nothing but the base number itself. What here it is written? It is written 20. So that's why we will write answer as 20, right? So in this way one can get the answer. Now go to the next possibility. So the next possibility will be, instead of having such terms in a infinite in number, we may have a finite numbers, right? So what will be the answer for that? So for example, if I take this like this, under root of 3 into again under root of 3 into again under root of 3, and we have only finite number of terms, right? Okay, no infinite terms. In this case, we will make use of the formula, right? So what is the formula? Formula is that you have to pick up this number, right? 3. All numbers are same, right? So you have to pick up this number 3. Then in the power, what we shall write? We shall write 2 raised to. Why? Because here under root sign is there. So we'll write 2 raised to what? The number of times it is getting repeated, right? 3 number. So here it is coming 3 times. So we'll write 3, right? So 3 is the base number. Then 2 raised to the number of times of. Now in order to avoid confusion, let I increase one more, right? So here how many times this is occurring? This is occurring 4 times. Okay. Then in the numerator we write 2 raised to 4 minus 1. Okay, so what will be the answer? So it will be nothing but equal to, what is 2 raised to 4? 2 raised to 4 is 16. So what it will be? So the final answer will come out to be 3 raised to, here we have in the denominator 16 in the power and minus 1. So what it should be? It is nothing but 15. So like this one can easily get the simplification for such type of problems, right? Okay. So this is the third possibility, product, infinite number of terms. So what will be the answer? The number itself. Whereas when we have finite number of terms, so what we will do? We will write this base number, right? And then raised to what? 2 raised to the number of times this term is getting repeated, that we have to mention. And in the numerator of this, we will just lessen the term by 1, right? Decrease the term by 1. So 2 raised to 4 minus 1. In this way, how easily one can get the answer for such type of examples, right? So that is a fourth possibility. Now, then you may find the another possibility. What will be the another possibility? That you will have plus minus sign, right? Right? Say for example, if I have the number of the form under root of 6 plus under root of 6, then minus under root of 6, then plus up to infinity. right? So such type of case is there. Okay, so what we do in this case? So what we do? So we will have the formula for this. So what is the formula? Formula is nothing but under root of 4a minus 3, then we write plus 1, right? Complete term divided by 2. So this is the formula, right? When we will use this formula, when I am having observing that the number is same but alternate plus minus sign we are observing, right? Plus, then minus, then plus, like this, and infinite number of terms are there, right? So we will make use of this formula. Now what is A? A is obviously this number, right? A is obviously this number, that is 6. So let us see what will be simplification of this. So it will be nothing but A 6. So 24 minus 3, then plus 1 upon 2. So what it comes out to be? So the answer is nothing but under root of 21 plus 1 upon 2. Right. Now here you might be wondering that why I have written plus 1 over here, right? Why not minus or something else, right? So this plus sign depends on the first sign which appears over here, right? So what is the first sign which appears over here out of addition and subtraction? That is addition. So if we have plus sign over here as the first term sign, then we will write plus sign, right? And if suppose it starts with minus, that is under root of 6 minus under root of 6 then plus, like this, in that case we will write the minus sign, right? So this sign plus sign depends on this one, this term, relate with this terms, right? So let us have another example. The another example is under root of, suppose same example I have but with a slight change, that is, right? So what we are observing, again I have alternate plus minus sign, okay? Same number, base number, right? And infinite number of terms. So what will be the formula for this? Just now I told you, we will look for the first sign over here and accordingly we will change the sign. So what it will be? The formula for this becomes 4a minus 3. Then here we have minus sign, so we write minus 1 upon 2. Okay. So a is nothing but 6. So what it comes out to be? So 6 4s are 24. 24 minus 3, and then we have minus 1 upon 2. Okay. So what is the answer? Answer is nothing but what? Under root of 21 minus 1 by 2. So in this way, easily one can get the cube root, the square root of finite number of terms or infinite number of terms. Now, so far the problems which we have dealt with, right? These are all dealing with the same base value, right? Either we have 6, 6, 6, 20, 20, 20, like this, right? Now, how to solve the problems where we have the different numbers within the under root sign? So that is our next question. So let us take next question. Say it is under root of 136, then plus under root of 69, then minus under root of, we have 12 plus under root of 169. Right. So what is the observation? That here we have a finite number of terms, but we are finding the base number as different one, right? So here we don't have as such any shortcut formula to be implemented, right? So how to solve such type of problems? So in this case, we will start with from the right hand side. Okay, we will start from the right hand side. So take number one by one. So under root of 169, that is nothing but what? It is a square of 13. So we have 13. Now then add this. What we get? We get resultant 12 plus 13 is 25, right? And under root of 25 is nothing but what? Is a 5, right? So this gives 5. Okay. Then again take this 5. Under root of 69 minus 5. So this gives what? 69 minus 5, that is 64. Okay. Now then under root of 64 gives you 8. Okay, then add this to 136. So what we have? 136 plus 8. 136 plus 8. 144, right? 144 and square root of 144 is nothing but what? 12. So in this way, starting from the right and applying the various formulas and remembering, making use of the squares of the standard perfect square, you can get the answer. So what is the answer for this particular example? This is nothing but 12, right? Let I take one more example of the similar type. It is under root of 11. Then we have minus under root of 105. Then we have minus under root of 17. And then plus under root of 61 plus under root of 9. This is what we have for this particular example, right? So let us start with the right hand side, rightmost term, right? So under root of 9, this is nothing but 3. Then 3 plus 61, that gives you 64, right? Under root of 64, that is nothing but, this gives 8. Then again add this with the next number, that is 17. 17 plus 8 is 25. Now square root of 25 is 5. Consider this with the next number, right? So 105. Then we have minus, so minus 5. So that comes up to be 100. And square root of 100 is nothing but 10. Okay. Then take it with the next number. We have a subtraction. So 11 minus 10 is 1. And square root of 1 is nothing but 1. Right? So in this way, easily by considering each term one by one and by making use of the squares of a perfect square number, one can get easily the answer. So what is the answer over here? 1. So here in this video lecture, I have covered all the possibilities related with the surds, square root terms, evaluation, and I have mentioned various formulas with the help of which you can get the answer easily within 1 second. I hope you